Hey, Logan, look what's on the screen.
It's an iOS game that didn't require my crappy old recording strategy.
Yep! Welcome to King Tongue here, ladies and gentlemen. A game that's so fun, but kind of outdated, unfortunately, with the current iOS. But it's thanks to that I was able to record this with its audio intact. Thank you, iOS 11, for that short sight.
Yes. So, because some iOS 11 games allow you to record an audio, others don't.
It's weird.
What is this?
This is a sort of platforming beat-em-up, which extensively uses a grapple mechanic.
Yep, you can grapple with your own goddamn tongue. And it's a long one.
So James, while we're fighting these banana men...
Yeah, that's literally what they are. They're banana men. Your whole point of the game is to beat them senseless.
Oh dear, a lot of them.
And they come in all sorts of flavors.
We have a super move.
But luckily we have the capabilities to defeat them all.
Devil damn.
So yeah, as you see, this is extensively using touch controls.
Why does this look like a Cartoon Network game?
It's easily one of the most kick-ass Cartoon Network games I've ever seen. It has a really jazzy soundtrack, too. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
So with that said, let's keep on going.
So it's really like you have to focus on maneuvering your way around and using your momentum to smack into everybody.
Yep. It's especially satisfying to combo them to death.
Oh, more. Get around. Nice.
Like so!
Do-do-do. So how far into this game have you gotten?
I think I got around World 2 at this point. I think I stopped because the enemies there were starting to get a wee bit hectic for me.
Okay.
Like, I will admit, I think this game's a lot of fun, though I can't say it's the most comfortable game to play.
That was actually a pretty cool thing you did.
Oh yeah, like grabbing and like, yeah. You can like smack. You can pull them into walls, pull them into their own projectiles, smack them against the wall. Of course, run into them yourself.
Yeah, there's a lot of possibilities with just a simple maneuver, like that.
That was a very quick wave. Oh, here comes another. Oh yeah!
Saint
that
Lucifer.
was actually. Yeah, you're right. This was pretty quick. Let's see if this one. Oh, there's a super banana.
Get down.
Well,
oh, nice.
so much for that.
So fast.
Now, even though
the
King...
art...
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
The art style reminds you of something like from like Gumball.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I can sort of see it.
You don't like Gumball?
What?
Not particularly.
I love Gumball. I think it's a brilliant show.
I like the multimedia, like all the different art styles and like animation techniques combined coming together. Especially that one episode where one of my favorite episodes was one episode was when the whole world glitched out on them. And the other episode I loved was when they ran out of budget, and like the whole episode itself was becoming more and more progressively lower budget.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
So with this,
Pretty crazy.
I was actually... Ah!
Got hit by a missile.
That freaking face. But unfortunately, unfortunately, King Tongue is a one-hit point punk, and unfortunately, whenever that happens, you have to restart the entire stage from the first wave.
So you have incredible maneuverability. You gotta be careful not to launch yourself into projectiles.
Yeah, King Tongue is unfortunately a glass cannon.
By the way, good episode of Gumball. The Final Fantasy based episode.
Oh, nice.
It makes fun of every single
episode.
Yeah, it makes fun of every single RPG cliche, but mostly Final Fantasy related, and it is fantastic.
I also like. Oh yeah, there's plenty to enjoy.
Wasn't there
one? Oh, careful.
Wasn't there one episode of Gumball that was actually animated by I know it was some animation studio in Japan. I just don't remember the name.
I think there's like an anime battle.
Yeah, there
was an anime battle.
There was one anime battle scene, which is actually impressively well done.
That made references to all sorts of things like Dragon Ball Z, Fist of the North Star.
But yeah, that one Final Fantasy episode is absolutely hilarious.
Nice.
And probably one of my favorite scenes is that what happens is Gumball's dad gives him this portable video game console called a Game Child instead of a Game
Child.
Boy.
Nice.
And what happens is
What was that, Bolton?
But yeah, he gets in this thing called a Game Child, and it turns out it's a possessed video game cartridge. And
Oh dear.
yeah, and he gets trapped inside it with his brother and sister, and they have to find a way out while going through all anime and Japanese video game cliches known to man.
Oh shit!
No!
So,
he
ow.
fired, but dang.
Yeah. But he eventually gets to the person who sold the game to the dad. And it goes like, it's time to face your enemy. They start beating the living shit out of him, or like firing everything they got.
Oh, let's
and
try
the guy
let's
goes
see
like,
what a new level's like.
the guy goes like, Jesus, guys, I'm on your side. I'm not your enemy.
But he looks so mean.
It goes like, but you're the person who keeps on selling all these weird stuff to people. Well, what do you expect when you buy something in the back of a van?
Jesus Christ.
So,
Whoa!
One thing I will say I find kind of amusing about King Tongue is that despite the fact you have you do unlock like color palettes
right, we're
of
still
King
playing King
Tongue,
Tom.
they each. Yeah, I'm
Yes.
so sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. But one thing I do find kind of interesting is that each color palette has their own victory, like KO animations.
Okay.
It's kind of interesting in a way, and you technically do unlock more the more you beat the game, and they also have their own specials.
Oh,
Is that an
what's this one?
invincibility, I'm guessing?
I think it's more so like a whirlwind. It's like you get near an enemy and it just twirls them in for a loop. Boom!
Nice! High five to the face. And yeah, the soundtrack is very peppy.
Oh yeah, honestly, I love the soundtrack. I wish there was an OST for it, but the people that made this game never actually released one, which makes me sad.
Yeah.
This looks like these bounce pads. Oh!
Woohoo!
ooh,
Out, out, and then
But yeah, one thing about the super nanas is that you can't actually kill them the old-fashioned way. You literally have to latch onto them and then start ricocheting all over the place, and they'll get so freaked out that it kills them. Like that.
That was quite the setup.
So anyway, Steve, what do you make of this game? This awesome game so far.
well, it seems relatively inventive. Like, I can't really think of any other games that have a gameplay like this. Like, using, grappling momentum to try to beat enemies like this. It's fairly unique in that respect, so I'll give the game points for that.
Yeah.
One thing I will say I'm a little disappointed on is that there's some other really good iOS games that I've tried before. Unfortunately, as of iOS 11, I can't play them anymore, like Zorby or Major Magnet, which was coincidentally made by Pagoda West.
Yeah, one game that I'm a little bummed that was never patched was Touch Detective, made by I want to say Beehive Games or maybe Level 5. I think maybe Level 5. I have to double
I don't
check
think that was. I doubt that was Level 5 because that would. Well, then again.
Let me see. No, let me look up.
Are those
Touch
bananas
Detective.
ever going to fire? Jesus.
No, they're holding it. Touch Detective was okay. It was B-Works.
Okay then.
And it was a really great. It was one of my favorite DS games because it was almost like a point-and-click adventure, and they ported it to iOS. But as I've seen, I don't think it's been updated to iOS 11 yet, which is unfortunate. Otherwise, I'd totally be doing that.
Nah. Well, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for our little look at on the wonderful world of Gunball / King Tongue for iOS. Thankfully, I think as of iOS 11 is still fully functional. I mean, that was the way I was able to record in the first place. But if you want to give it a shot, it's only available for not $1 or $2. I'd say it's worth the price. But with that said, even though I've already recorded Mega Man X and King Tongue on iOS, that is unfortunately where I must bow out and leave the rest to Logan.
I have already a good plentitude, that's a word, of iOS games to show off and look at or whatever, including some nice actual Capcom titles and some full games if I can get those working. So with that said, I guess stay tuned for hopefully some good videos once I get off my fat butt and work on it.
Yeah, till next time, everybody.
Bye.
So I guess I'll just add Gumball to my ever-growing list of things that I'm a devil damn idiot for hating, then.